You ready to go? You ready to go, girl? Isn't this the cutest thing how she looks up at me? Hi, Squirt. Are you ready? Let's go, Squirt. Come on. Come on, Squirt. Let's go see Bird. Come on, Bubba's. Come on, Squirt. You coming? Come on, Squirt. Let's go. She usually starts following me. Come on, Squirt. Let's go see Pretty Bird. Let's go see Pretty Bird. Come on, Goofy. Do you need a reminder or are you just enjoying this puddle right here from me cleaning stuff? Come on, Squirt. What are you doing? Hmm? Squirt. Let's go. Let's go, Squirt. Come on. Come on, baby. She's like, don't touch me. Go on. Let's go. Let's go, Squirt. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go see Pretty Bird. I'm surprised you didn't just follow me. Come on, let's go. Layla's already back there, mamas. Come on, Squirt. Come on, Squirt. You coming, girl? Come on. Come on, Squirt. Let's go. Squirt. I just walked right into a puddle because I wasn't paying attention. Come on, Squirt. Am I going to herd you now? Really? We haven't done this in weeks, girl. Come on. You know what's happening. Let's go, girl. Come on. Let's go. Usually you don't have to have me behind you, girl. Let's go. Come on, Squirt. Squirt, let's go. Girl, what are you doing? Let's go see Pretty Bird. What are you doing? Huh? Let's go, girl. Come on. There you go. Let's go. Let's go, Squirt. Let's go see Pretty Bird. Then we get the pond, mamas. Layla already followed me back when I was walking a dog. Yeah, you missed the train. I didn't realize that you'd stay behind too until I got back there. I don't know. She just been stubborn. I don't know. It's been a couple of weeks since I had to herd her to keep going to come with me. But what are you doing? Are you scared of the ladder, Goof? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. How you doing today, Todd? Hope you're having a good day. We are having a not so day. I just found out that my bird around, so I need to build an enclosure. The enclosure that we got, I need to hurry up and get it built so that I can confine my for 3 days to deworm them. Glad to hear that. Looking like there it is. Sorry about that, guys. It always gets wonky there for about a minute because I'm going from the house internet to my phone internet. And if I do it during a live, it sometimes takes a moment to do the switch. But yeah, we're walking Squirt to the back, go to the pond, checking on the birds, making sure everybody's doing good. Right in the center of the pond, they're all in the water. Oh, they're over by the pond. We're walking over to them right now. Squirt likes to stay behind and forage up by the house for longer. Layla does too, but she already walked back when I was walking the dog. But Squirt didn't get the memo earlier, so I just saw her just now, and she was giving me that look and honking at me, her little cute little honk. So, there they are, Squirt. You see him? You see him? Are you excited? Hey, go say hi. And Pretty Bird's right there. Hi, Pretty Bird. Pretty Bird. Hi, babies. Oh my goodness, Squirt. Slow down, girlie. You don't have to hurry. Nobody's chasing you. Hi, babies. See? Here they are. And yes, the pond is huge ever since our last rainstorm. I was here a few days ago. The pond is spreading out, has these arms it spreads out left and right. There you go, pretty bird. There's pretty bird. Hi, Squirt. There you go, Squirt. There you go, babies. There they are. Hi, babies. Head count, everybody's here. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi, pretty bird. Hi, pretty bird. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, Charlie. Hi, babies. Hi. Hey, pretty bird. Be nice. Be nice. My hands are cold. Your little nips hurt more right now because my hands are cold. Yes, hi, pretty bird. Yes, hi. Hi, babies. Guess what, guys? Guess what, guys? Guess what? Your friend, Paul, from Living with Geese, guess what he did? He sent you guys a present. Yeah, it's going to be here soon. It's going to be here this weekend. Yeah, it's going to be here this weekend. Hey, no, let me say hi to my babies. You're such a goof. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Good bird. Good bird. You're so moody. You're so moody. Moody butt. Moody butt. Moody butt. Having an attitude right now. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. No nipping. Quit nipping. Quit being nippy. Quit being nippy. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Quit being nippy. All right, now. Come on now. Let me walk. Let me walk. Let me walk. Nope. I want to walk. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Look at you being cute. See? Now Squirt's happy. There you go, Squirt. Yes, Pibbert, I love you. Yes, I do. You're my main man. Yes, you are. You're the special boy. Yes, you are. Hey! No nipping at the other ones just because you're feeling nippy. You be nippy with me, not with them. Be nippy with me. Hi. There was a second of my nice boy. It's getting close to mating season. This is not an aggressive bird, guys. This is nothing compared to what a Canada goose will do if they're mad at you, okay? Nothing. Hi, Ducky. Hi, Ducky. Hi, Ducky. Hi, babies. Everybody having a good day? Anyways, this is literally nothing what a Canada goose will do to you if they're mad at you or if they're trying to defend their family or their nest or their territory, okay? Like what Pretty Bird is doing, he's nipping at me. This is not an attack. This is him being moody. Him having a little, that right there is nibbling, which is completely normal. They're curious, they're exploring, they're going to check stuff, they're going to try to explore it with their beaks, much like infants explore things with their mouth. Same thing. They don't have hands, so they use their beak for everything. It doesn't always mean that it's a bite. It's just like a dog that mouths you. It's not a bite. Now, we don't have feathers, so when they do that, they're not nipping our feathers, they're nipping our skin, right? So to us, of course, it feels like pinches, when in reality, to each other, it wouldn't be considered a bite. It wouldn't be considered anything bad. Right here, we've got Peaches, Dino, and Layla. And Squirt. Hi, Layla. What are we doing? Are we nervous about the plane? What are you doing, babies? What are we doing, babies? What are you doing, babies? Huh? You guys being goofy? Huh? You guys being goofy? Anyway, I can't hang out for too long with the birdies today because I do have to actually get back. Our birds have roundworm, guys. They have roundworm. How freaking frustrating is that? Our babies have roundworm. So now this means that I will have to create the enclosure I purchased. I need to build it. It's going to be a pain in the butt because supposedly that enclosure kit takes a couple of days to build. I need to build it as fast as possible so that I can separate my birds and keep them confined in an area throughout the day, because I need to treat them for worms and they need to only have access to that particular water for 3 days to be able to beat the roundworms. There's a chance they got it from the pond. There's a chance they got it from the cats. All these things are possible. Pretty Bird is looking like he's about to teach that bowling ball a lesson. What are you doing, Pit Bird? Hey, baby. See, and everybody always thinks that Canada geese are just so evil, huh? Look at them. I'm just getting beat to death over here with all these aggressive Canada geese. I'm surrounded by 9 versions of Canada geese. 7 pure Canadas, 1 hybrid Canada, and 1 cackling, which is a subspecies of a Canada. And I'm still alive, guys. It's a miracle. Oh no, here comes the gander to attack me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Help. Help. Goofball. You're so nippy. This is how you know you're getting close to mating season. Is when your tame gander starts nipping at you. They're not turning bad, guys. It's just mating season coming on. Their testosterone increases. They become much more protective, much more territorial. And it's just normal. It's what we need them to do. I mean, how else is he going to keep the goslings safe? It's literally his responsibility to protect the nest, his mate, and then the babies and his mate, while his mate is raising the babies. In a way, they're no different from humans. When humans have a family, to an extent, we tend to look to the male to protect us while we're with our children, right? As females, generally. Again, generalities. Of course, there's always variance. Look at that perfect reflection in the water for Squirt. Look at that, guys. So little Squirt right there was what she's doing is she's cleaning her nostrils when she does that. She puts her nose in the water and she blows. And by doing that, she pushes out any dirt or any feed and things like that that would have been in her nose. I don't know what the heck that is. Darn it, I'm trying not to soak my feet. It's freezing out here. Hey, give me that. No, it's mine. It's mine. No, it's mine. Grumpy butt. No, it's mine. That's mine. It's not for you. No, it's not for you. No, it's not for you. Now, y'all keep in mind, these birds are hand raised, okay? Do not attempt this at your local pond with wild Canada geese, because there's a really good chance you're not going to be happy in the end. Keep your distance. Let them approach you. There's different ways they'll approach you. There's ways where they approach you where they're like this. They may approach you coming at you with their neck out or their head down like this. They're much more likely to be upset with you if they do that. They just kind of nearby hang out like that. They're just hanging out. They're just grooming. They're preening. They're using their oil gland back here. If she lets us see it again. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I show them your oil gland, pretty please? Excuse me. Excusez. Excusez-moi. No, not you. I'm not talking to you. Excuse me. Hello. Excusez. 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 She's like, I'm not available. Right there. See that right there? In the very center, the very base of the white feathers, right underneath the brown feathers, there's that little area, like a dot. So it looks almost kind of clumpy, like it's stuck together or something. It's called an oil duct. In the oil duct, they use their beak, wipe their head all over it, like that. They basically activate it, stimulate it with their beak and their head, wipe their head and beak all over it, and then they use their beak and their head to then spread those oils all over their body, all over their feathers, which helps them seal their feathers, which keeps them waterproof. And this is Squirt doing exactly the same thing as the other geese do. This is a very, very important thing that waterfowl do. Doesn't matter if it's a duck or a goose. They do this to protect themselves not only from getting wet, but also it helps them control their own body temperature. So for an example, in really cold conditions, their body is covered not only in thick down, but also in those top layers of those feathers. And the top layer of the feathers are all covered in this oil. And that oil, I'm telling you guys, it's not like kitchen oil, okay? It's very different. It's almost like a dry oil in a way. I don't really know how to describe it. I've gotten it on my hands several times before. I mean, it makes your fingers like baby butt soft. I mean, it's super, super soft. But your hands do not feel oily after getting it on your hands. Like, it does not make your hands feel oily, which I find very interesting, that it's actually different. This right here is Dino, snuggled in under her wing with her beak. And they don't just do this to take a nap. They also do this to keep their body temperature up. So she might potentially just be tired right now, or she might be a little bit cold. And to warm up her blood circulation, one of the things they'll do is they'll put their beak under their wing, because their beak is one of the areas where their blood will actually cool down. Same thing with their feet. They may pull in one of their feet, and there's different reasons why they do this. They may do this out of comfort, preference, or they will pull in a foot to keep that foot really warm. They'll make it disappear into their body, like into their down, into their feathers. And therefore, they're keeping the blood circulation that goes through their foot from being exposed to the cold temperatures, which therefore helps them keep their body warmer, because the blood is not exposed to the colder areas. And most, like geese in general, they will do this. Like, you will randomly see them, like when it's super cold, which it is cold today, but for a goose, this is not very cold. Like, to them, this is probably just fine. We're probably in I think we're in the high 40s today, so it's not super cold. It's cold, but it's not super cold. But but we do have a very, very cold, chill wind, and that's really what makes you feel like it's much colder. But yeah, they when they need to cool down, actually, it's the beak and their feet that they use to cool down. And of course, they can open their mouth and pant much like a dog does, and then they can also kind of puff up their feathers, which releases heat, which you'll see in like older videos of mine, like from the summertime when it's really hot out. You can see them kind of poof up. And there can be different reasons why they do this. Kind of looks like that. What? No, nothing. Just keep doing your thing. Like on the back of her neck, how they kind of open up a little bit. It's kind of like that, but just all over. And they fluff up, and they release some heat, and then they fluff back down. And their feathers create a perfect seal, which is why we really don't see a lot of that layering as much outside of on their wings, but on the rest of their body, it all looks pretty much smooth. The reason why is because their feathers are all perfectly layered to create a perfect insulation. And this is actually also one of the reasons why humans throughout history have often used down from waterfowl to make jackets, blankets, and pillows, because it will keep you warm. Now, my birds are not being raised for meat. They are being raised for as pets, and I'm not raising them as breeders, but when they do have babies, I won't be keeping all of them, and some of them will be rehomed. Some of them will be sold, but when I talk about rehoming or selling, I'm real picky about where I'm going to have mine go. I wonder who the white ones. Okay, so Todd, the white one. So this right here is Layla. Yes, Layla, that's you. Yes, Layla. Hi, Layla. She knows her name. Yes, she does. Geese are very smart. And she is a 2.5-year-old American buff. She's a purebred, so she's a pure American buff. And the American buff is a heritage breed. It's an old farm goose, basically. It's a farm goose that's been around for a very long time. It's a kind of farm goose that's been around for many, many, many years. And like we're talking hundreds of years. This goose was created many hundreds of years ago by farmers. And the Canada geese that I have here, hey, don't be mean. The Canada geese are actually wild geese. So not wild in the sense that these guys are wild. These guys are from a breeder, but the species, the breed of Canada geese specifically, they live in the US and in many different places around the world in the wild. Okay, and I actually have to have special paperwork, special permits to own them. So, like, I have to have documentation that proves that I did not take them from the wild, because if you were to try to take them from the wild, that would be a federal offense in the US and to the best of my knowledge in many other countries as well. So they are federally protected, and you cannot own a wild one, but they are kind of the same as the wild ones. The only difference is they come from a breeder who has the proper documentation and permits to be allowed to breed them and sell them. Layla. Hi, Layla. Miss Layla right here. She had babies earlier this year, so this past spring, and these are her babies. She had these babies with 2 ganders that I have recently rehomed. Delta and Echo were 2 African production ganders, another old breed of geese, farm geese. So these are considered domestic geese. You don't need any special paperwork or anything for them. You can buy them at like any place. Like for an example, like African geese can be bought at Tractor Supply or at your local feed store. American buffs usually are being raised by farmers, by local breeders, where you can purchase them. They're less likely to be found in Tractor Supply. They're less common, but they're also just a domestic farmer breed. So this one and this one all the way in the back, and then this one right here, the super light one, are all 3 domestic geese. The rest of my geese are exotic birds, is what you call them. They're an exotic breed. They fall under the exotic bird laws, if I'm not incorrect. But they're basically a wild breed but they're not wild birds. I hope I'm saying that in a way where it's easy to understand. And then the only one that's different from everybody, the only one that's the most special, is Pretty Bird. Pretty Bird is a half and half. Right, Pretty Bird? He's a hybrid. Pretty Bird is half Canada Goose and half domestic goose. So his daddy was a Canada Goose. His mama was a goose like this. And that created him. That's why he looks different from the other Canada geese, because he's a mix between the two. And that's also why we're noticing his plumage change over time, like the white tips on his tail, the white on the back of his neck, the white around the front of his beak. All of those parts, all that white was not on him when he was younger. Over time, every time he switches his feathers, every time he sheds his feathers and grows new feathers, which is called molting, every time he does that, for some reason, he's growing more and more white feathers, which are replacing his black feathers over time. And we have no idea if he's going to turn all the way white, if he's just going to turn somewhat white, if this is just a fluke, if it's just him genetically, because there's really not that much known about hybrids. So he's kind of a mystery. He'll be 5 years old this April. And yeah, it's going to be, that's part of the reason why I started my channel, was to document it, because commonly hybrids they don't live very long in the wild. They rarely, if ever, exist in captivity, because most people who breed geese want purebred geese. So when they have a Canada goose that breeds with a domestic goose and they get hybrid babies, they often cull them, which is another word for killing. They often cull them once they're fully grown up and sell them to people like taxidermists. And then, or they just destroy the eggs to just not even ever let them hatch. And then in the wild, Canada geese, hybrid Canada geese, so the ones that are like Pretty Bird, are often shot by hunters, targeted by hunters actually, because they're unique. They look different. Hybrids are always special in some way or another. Even if you have a Canada goose and a domestic goose and they keep having babies, usually most of their babies will look very unique from each other, as in they won't even look like each other. They each have some unique markings or some differences between the two of them, and you can tell them apart fairly easily. So, hybrids are sought after in a sense of they're considered kind of like a trophy when a hunter gets one. I hope that kind of explains a little bit what I've got going on here with my flock. And then Squirt, of course, our tiny little cackling goose. We're hoping to add more little geese. Squirt is an adult. Even though she's tiny, she's fully grown. She's a grown lady. And she is about 2.5 years old. And she's a cackling goose. And cackling geese are a subspecies of the Canada goose. So they're like a version of the Canada geese that changed and created their own little niche version of them that became specific, changed how they were based on the location where they were living. You can find other subspecies of Canada geese if you look them up on the internet. Like, for an example, the Nene, Nene, Nene goose, are believed to have evolved from Canada geese after they got stuck in Hawaii. Just amazing different variations. There's the barnacle goose. There's many different geese that are related to the Canada geese, basically, that came from the Canada goose. Anyways, but yeah, and there's also several different Canada geese. There's the giant Canada goose. I believe I have a few of the Aleutian Canada geese. There's the regular Canada goose. There is the cackling Canada goose. There's the Minima cackling, which is the one that I have, which is the smallest of all the cacklings. So yeah, there's different variations of different subspecies of the Canada goose. But yeah, I love Canada geese. Canada geese are my favorite. I love their personalities. I love the way they look. I love the way they act. I find them fascinating. I find them adorable. I love the babies. The baby stage is just so fun. But also keep in mind, if you ever get a goose, they do imprint on you. Imprints are for life. And if you get a goose and they're your pet, they can live 20 plus years. The oldest Canada goose in captivity was 48. The oldest Canada goose in the wild was 33. And they're on record. And in average, in the wild, Canada geese only live to be about 5 or 6 years old. So, like I said, they can in captivity live a very long time. So if you take on Canada geese, that's going to be a responsibility. Anyways, I gotta head back. I need to go work on building that big old enclosure. Bye, babies. Mama loves you. Bye, babies. I know. Have fun. Behave yourselves. Anyway, I gotta head back, build the enclosure, or at least get started on it, so that I can treat my geese for getting dewormed before they start getting sick from that stuff. So, very frustrating, but it is what it is. It's part of the animal world. It's part of what it looks like when you own animals, especially when you own animals that live outdoors. They're gonna pick up parasites. It's not something you can prevent. This does not make me a bad owner. This doesn't mean that I neglect my birds. A lot of people don't realize that parasites lay eggs literally everywhere. When you have an animal that, say, is eating grass, that, say, is foraging the dirt in a mud puddle to get the grain out of the ground, they're going to pick up random bugs sometimes, but more so, they're going to pick up the eggs from the parasites that parasites will lay on the grass, in the dirt, wherever they do. And our animals are going to eat those. And then our animals are going to end up with parasites. And when that happens, we need to treat them. And that's really all that can be done. And this is actually why when you own these kind of birds that live outdoors, chickens and geese, you're going to want to deworm them every 6 months or so. And the reason why is because it's inevitable for them to pick up parasites. You cannot prevent parasites from living in your yard, on your ground, on your land, in your pond, even in your little pools. Parasites literally will take hold anywhere. I mean, why do y'all think we use so much chlorine when we make pools? Why do y'all think that we tell our children not to drink the water when they go swimming in a pond? Because it's infested with parasites. Anyways, hi Muffin. What's up, girl? Hey, girl. Yeah. Fatty pants. Anyway, guys, I gotta get back to work. Getting back to the house. So, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope y'all enjoyed seeing the birds. And I'll see y'all next time. Have a good day. Bye.